I'll get somebody.
Come here. No, come here a second. No, we need to look at your car. Come here.
I'll get somebody.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here a minute. So I just got off the phone with a guy in Indiana, and he says that he's got some parts cars, and I asked him that I need a whole body. I said I need a whole body because this car's rusted out, see? This car is rusted, and it is in very bad shape. Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay. So I asked him, I said, do you got any cars up there? Because we need a parts car, complete parts car. He says no. He says this is Indiana. Most of the cars that we have are rusted. They're rotted and rusted out. And I said, so the cars you have are rusted? And he says, yeah, that's right. He says, if you want a little single piece of a part on it, we could probably do something with that if it's not rusted. So I'm telling the guy that just left, he's the guy that owns the car, okay, that we called Nightmare, because he persists and insists that he wants to fix this car. This is the car that he wants to fix. He doesn't want to get a parts car and swap parts out and, you know, do everything that it takes to really restore the car properly. He wants to go ahead and do this car right here. And that's fine, okay? That's fine. We can do that if you want. But now he's talking about, well, I could buy this little part here and I could buy that part. And I could buy this whole fender well from the guy. And, oh, we need this piece right here. We get that from him. Oh, I'm sorry, it's rusted in there. It's rusted right there. All right? And he gets mad at me because all I did is get on the phone and I talked to the guy and I said, do you got any parts cars? No, they're rusted and rotted. But we can get you little parts. I said, okay, thank you very much. And he gets mad at me because what we're looking at here is a rusted, rotted car. Are you looking at what I'm looking at? That's what I'm asking in real angle situation. Do you see what we're looking at here? So he gets mad at me because I called the guy up to verify the situation. Because, see, first of all, he said that the guy had how many cars? 7 or 8 of these things? And they were all in mint condition, and I specifically told him, I said, bullshit. They're rusted and rotted. They're in Indiana. All I did is verify the situation. That's all I did. So, we were on our way to Wyoming last week, and we found out that it was snowing and raining and everything else to get a car. A rust-free car, just like this one. Rust-free. That we are going to go get in Wyoming sooner or later. Now, the only difference is, once again, is the one in Wyoming doesn't have a moon roof. A moon roof. But we can make it a moon roof. And we can make the car of his dreams come true. If he only lets my friend Pete guide him through the restoration. Or, we can fix this car. And we can go ahead and cut all the parts out that it takes to fix this car. I'm sorry, there's some more rust there. And oh, look at the speaker tray. Gosh. Oh, golly, look at all the rust over there. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the window track's rusted out. Not just there, but all around the window track. Yeah. And we can do this truck. We can go ahead and restore, I'm sorry, I said truck. We can restore this car. But is the car really worth restoring when it's this far gone and you're telling yourself, I want this car. I need this car. This is the car of my dreams. This is the car I want. I don't care what it takes. I'll spend $1 million on this car, even though it's only worth $10,000 when it's all done. So you tell me, what the is going on here? The guy has the head like a rock. He will not listen to you. He doesn't give a shit. Because he wants to restore this piece of shit right here. It doesn't matter if it costs him $1 million. This is the car that I want, and that's the one I'm going to restore. So now, we're gonna go to Wyoming and get the other car and bring it back here. And then from there, we'll see where it leads. Mercedes Benz that my buddy Les wanted to restore, the one we called Nightmare. Remember how rusted and rotted the pile of crap was? After he sandblasted it, we found rust in every corner and every twitch and every stitch that we can find on this pile of crap. Remember that? But he persisted that we should still restore the car. And I told him, no, we're not going to restore the car. It took me 9 months to convince him that restoring this car would be a waste of money. Well, guess what my friend Pete has done to make the situation better, where we can possibly not restore this car, but take 2 cars and make 1. Now, the situation he got is on this car, it's got a moon roof. This is called a moon roof. If you tell him that this is a sunroof, he will sit there and argue with you for hours on end and tell you you don't know your cars. Anytime that a top has an opening in it and it slides back, it is called a moon roof. It's not designed to drive in the day with the hot Texas sun. It's designed to drive in the nice, cool evenings when the stars are out and the skies are clear and you feel relaxed and comfortable. Well, like I said, I actually found one of these cars. Very rare car that it is. I don't know why. You have to be a Mercedes guy to understand that. But it's a rare car. It's got a rare engine and combination of the 2 or 3 situations that go together make this car a one-of-a-kind situation. Car that says, you know what? This is what I want, and I'm going to restore this car. Even though it's rotted and rusted and, you know, I mean, we went around the car. I showed you the situation. But the real deal is I found another car. I found another car, and we are now on our way out the gate. I got the trailer loaded up. The truck's full of propane. And we're ready to rock and roll because we are now headed to Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's where we got to go get this car to bring it back to Dallas, Texas. We found a rust-free I believe it's a 1972. I really don't remember, but we're headed to Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're going to go pick that car up. We're going to come back. We're going to diagnose it. We're going to look it over. We're going to inspect it. We're going to dissect it and see if that car is worth restoring versus our car that we call Nightmare. body shop girl needs to get her act together because we need to get down the road. I told her I wanted to get on the road by 3:45. What time is it? Okay, she's got 10 minutes. She needs to hurry up and get in gear. What's up, boy? You gonna miss me? You gonna miss me? I'll be back in a couple of days. Yes, I will. I'll be back, buddy. Well, we've actually turned around. We are now going into the back lot of SWR&C prison yard. And the reason we turned around an hour and a half fucking later is because the truck that we're driving, which belongs to Pollock Les, is a CNG truck. And CNG trucks, you have to know where CNG fucking gas stations are. And if we look right there at that gauge, I don't even know, there it is right there. You can see that it's already down to 3/4 of a tank of gas, and we only went 60 miles. So I am now turning around. We will not be taking Pollock Les's big giant F550 CNG fucking truck because we can't get any fucking CNG gas for the fucking truck that we're driving. So, yeah, we got up at 3:30 this morning to do this little venture here, and now we are actually, yeah, did I say we were back at the prison yard? Yeah, that's right. I'm turning around. I'm gonna be unloading the trailer, and then he can come get his piece of shit 2019 F550 fucking Ford that he's got all jerry-rigged up with CNG only. He doesn't even have a fucking gas tank on this thing, so if you run out of CNG, you can actually go fuel up and get fuel, regular gas to put in this fucking, yeah, you got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload our trailer because we won't be taking the CNG job. And we're probably not even gonna leave today, if we go at all. And now, what makes it even worse is I gotta take my truck to Cheyenne, Wyoming. And before we do that, I gotta get the oil changed. So we won't be taking anything today, and we'll be going back to bed and probably be working and, yeah, getting shit done. Like we should have been doing in the first place instead of chasing fucking Mercedes Benz halfway across the country because he wants to restore one that ain't worth a shit and probably not worth the fucking money to restore. It's 7:30 at night on Sunday, and we are going to make a second attempt of going to Cheyenne, Wyoming to pick up the other Mercedes. Now, Cheyenne, Wyoming is around 900 miles from Dallas, Texas. We're driving a truck that is only CNG. From here to Pueblo, Colorado, there's only two places to get CNG. Amarillo, Texas, and Trinidad, Colorado. Nothing else in between. It's a non-stop situation that says, I hope we fucking make it. I wanted to take my truck. And he could pay for the gas. But he said no, he's not paying for gasoline. He's only paying for CNG in his brand new truck. So we're gonna try it again, and we're gonna see where this is gonna lead to take us to. And hopefully, just hopefully, this whole little trip is gonna work out and we're not gonna get the big screw in the ass. Kinda like that telephone pole behind me. Because that's what I'm starting to think here. I'm starting to think the stick is getting real tall in the sky, and my friend Pete's the one that's gonna get the shaft. Let's hope not. Fucking 18-wheelers. Motherfuckers, man. Can't believe this, man. Snowing on May 4th. What's today?
6th.
Today's the 6th. Look at that. Freak snow blizzard. It's a freak snow blizzard. It happened, it was a snow blizzard for like 25 minutes.
We didn't see it. We just...
Oh, we saw it in the sky when you said, oh, look at that giant black cloud.
Well, yeah, I thought it was rain.
That was the snow. So we finally made it to Colorado. We're getting ready to come up to Fort Collins, which is basically the last city in Denver, or should I say Colorado. But let me tell you something. I'm from Colorado, and I'm going to tell you what. The traffic here, I think the traffic here is worse than Los Angeles, California. I am dead serious. This is just... I am appalled and I'm shocked at how much traffic is in Denver, Colorado now. And just to think, I wanted to move back here. Now we're stuck behind a fucking 18-wheeler. Not just one 18-wheeler, but two 18-wheelers, and we can't see what the fuck's going on. I hate being behind 18-wheelers. So, we called the lady up in Cheyenne, and she knows we're on our way at 7 o'clock at night. And so we've been on the road for almost 24 hours. And she knows we're on our way to get this car, so she's gonna wait for us. And we're probably gonna have to load that thing up in the dark. She said she's got plenty of light, flashlights, and everything else it takes. So let's go ahead and concentrate on what's going on up here, the traffic. How long is this traffic? Look at this shit. We're out of Denver. We're actually coming into some other town. And look at this shit. This is just, it's amazing. I just can't believe this. Look at the traffic on the other side of the road. Where the fuck are they coming from? It's just unbelievable how much traffic there is. And of course the 18-wheeler's getting farther than I am. Bastards. Do what? No, let's just do the come along thing for right now. Let's just see what happens doing it with, just for a second, okay? Because we don't want to break anything, Gloria.
In the house like
now, where actually are we? We're in Wyoming.
Yes, you are.
Cheyenne.
Yeah.
We've never been to Cheyenne,
Wyoming,
and we can't even see it. It's because it's dark.
Yeah.
And it's so foggy. I'll tell you what, we had a tornado.
All right, come here and hold this, Minnie.
We had a tornado warning, and then
When?
this afternoon. And then we had the hail. It was about 1800 hours when it finally.
1800, 8 o'clock?
No, 1806.
Wow.
6 a.m.
Oh my God. Neutral. Thank God we had the block. Okay. We're out here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, 9:45 at night. Foggier than hell, out in the middle of nowhere. Do what, Gloria?
Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA.
Make sure it goes next to the wheel. In between the wheel and the shock, Minnie. Alright, we're gonna get this thing loaded and head down the road.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, we finally made it back last night. around, I don't know, 11 o'clock. I'm tired. You can tell in my voice I'm tired. And look what we had to do here. This is the reason why he was whining and crying. Why I should take his truck and not my truck is so I can stop and go all the way out of my way to pick up his rotary lawnmower for his Bobcat. Because it definitely ain't gonna fit on my truck. That would not fit on my truck, for sure. So when we left Gloria's house, aka original owner of the car, we ran into serious fog and rain the whole way home until we got to Amarillo, Texas, and then it was off and on rain. It was a very, very long, hard trip on this situation. And the real situation is you won't believe what we're gonna say here, but if we look in the background, we see our nightmare car. And the main reason we bought this car here, this one right here, is so we can restore that car. But now, Mr. Pollock guy says we're not going to take that car and use it for that car. But what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this car running. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. So instead of restoring this car here, he's going to get this car running. And he's going to get this car driving. Because we bought this car for a parts car to restore this car. But now that he sees this car, he says, no way. We'll keep going and find another car for this car. So according to Gloria, the original owner, this car actually runs and drives. All it needs is a starter. And the interior is pretty much complete. The passenger seat is broke. The back seat looks really, really good. It's got all the door panels, headliner. The dash has a little bit of need-be work to be done to it. It's kind of a mess inside, to be honest with you, but it's a 100% complete car. Now, our buddy, Mr. Pollock, says that the engine in this one is a different engine than this one right here. He says that this one has a bigger motor, more powerful engine than the drivetrain that's in this car. I told him, I don't give a shit. It's the exact same car, and all we gotta do to make this car that car is to take this roof and put it on this car here. Now, one other thing that he claims is different on this car versus Nightmare is that there's a piece of chrome. This chrome right here is different, and it actually covers this whole area right here instead of one here and one here. So all this is completely covered. But I'm going to ask you a situation. Does it really matter? Can't we go ahead and put his chrome on this car? Couldn't we do that? I mean, it's the same car. We could do that if we wanted to. If we really wanted to. And now you see why I have named this project Nightmare.